Hey, I'm Liv, and I live in my car. I wanted to address the most frequently asked question I've got since moving into my car, which is, why are you doing this? I've been solo traveling the US alone on a strict budget, which no one expected, not even me really.
I feel like a lot of people are waiting for some big, almost devastating answer, like now I'm a convict, or I don't know, something crazy like that. And the truth is, there's not one single reason. There's a bunch of them.
Some of them are more positive than others. Some of them have, less nice stories attached. I feel like the first thing people assume or wonder is, how was my home life? Did that attribute to my decision?
We need a corral cult.
We gotta go!
Yes. Yeah, it did. I definitely didn't have a bad upbringing. Childhood was great. But the last 10 years, I'd nicely call undesirable. I love them, but there's irreparable damage between me and my parents. A lot of it worsened with the pandemic. I was sent back from college and all of us were under the same roof again. Low-key catastrophic. There wasn't sense in keeping our family home anymore. Mom and Phoebe moved to Georgia. Gwen and Dad moved in with roommates. It's not at all that I had to live in my car. It is the only option that I saw myself enjoying. No means to get my own place.
I don't mean to blame my home life on everyone else. It was a lot of my own issues as well. I've struggled with a lot of, like, a mixed bag of mental health issues, honestly.
I don't thrive in routine or recurring environments. The extra space left in my head from the heavily practiced routine starts harping on bad thoughts and habits.
I love waking up every day and, like, it'll be a different day every day. Like, I won't even know what's coming.
It feels like getting a new haircut after a breakup, but you're basically pressing that refresh button every single day. You get such a big picture perspective. I think new perspectives is a huge part of mental health.
Really hit hard in college. I had a pretty bad eating disorder, and I just it was getting really bad again. And I tried, pushing through it in college. I was in a really dark place, but I was like, I gotta make the best out of college, and that was a huge mistake. I already tried working through it through my normal routine, and it didn't work. There's no room to heal from an eating disorder like that in normal societal life.
So graduating in 2020 also meant that the job landscape was in chaos because of the pandemic. I did try to get a remote position, which would allow me to work as I traveled. After 7 months and 200 applications, I ended up getting one. It was a really fast hiring process, and it was remote, so a lot of the stuff was over the phone. But, there were some red flags. They asked for $1,500 towards company equipment, and then they said they'd reimburse me. It makes me sound stupid, but there was this whole workaround process. My parents were even, knowledgeable about everything going on, and they were like, go for it. Guess what? It was a scam. I figured it out once they asked for $6,000.
The excitement of my real first job after college was completely robbed of me, and it was really hard. It was really hard. It was that moment that I was like, fuck this. The whole process is such bullshit that I was like, you know what? I've got money saved up from door dashing and UPS and just some side jobs. I'm gonna do what I can and go off in old Midnight here in my 2008 Stan.
I was 9 when we got it, but we're gonna make do.
So that was a big reason as well, was the sting of getting scammed.
Once I decided to go out in my car and just travel on basically funds that I'd saved up, I had a new inspiration to do this, which is to prove that no matter where you are in life, you can make it happen.
So many videos of tricked out vans that are $1 million to make.
They push a life of wild abandon and taking the day as it comes, like carpe diem shit. It's like, well, yeah, you've got $1 million in your back pocket. I found the nomad life to be extremely lacking in realistic, unglamorized experiences. I wanted to prove that everyone could do it. Looking at 2020 again, I was feeling that extreme lack of hope in our country, like most others. It's so easy to just get so fed up. There's so much wrong with America right now that I really wanted to get out there and see what was still good. I definitely did. Can't wait to share more of that and more videos coming up. Personal fears brought me to sedan life as well. I feel like the monotony has been killing me. Fear of adulthood and boredom, being trapped, complacency, letting your dreams fizzle. The fear of giving up before you've even tried. People will always dream of traveling.
How many people actually end up doing that?
I thought, I don't want this to just become a dream. I'm not really ready to settle down anywhere yet. I feel like I really haven't experienced enough in the grand scope of things.
It's really hard for me not to follow through with things. Especially if I've brought it up with other people. I was like telling people that I was wanting to do this kind of like a year and a half before I actually jumped in the car. The fact that I already told people, I felt like I couldn't back out.
A big reason I don't talk about often is to prove some people wrong. My family hated the idea, and the safety aspect is totally understandable, but it was mostly because it went against traditional norms. Go to high school, then college, then get a 9-to-5 job until you die. That just sounds like bullshit to me. One of my closest friends was like,
I feel like I should be like a good friend, and like he's like, this is like a bad, like you shouldn't do this. Literally, I felt it right then. I was like, there is no other path from me from this point on except living in my goddamn motherfucking car. Like, I wasn't mad, but I was like, I will prove to you that I can do this. It was a huge confidence booster too, in the end. A huge confidence booster. Another reason I wanted to do it.
Which brings me to the biggest reason of all. To be honest, I've never felt so sure about anything. I've always wanted to do this.
I'm sure future videos I'll dig into a few of these. I hope you stick around because there are plenty more adventures I've got planned. There's so many things that I learned about the US and myself. I just have so much to share. So hit the subscribe and turn your notifications on so that you can see when I post another gloriously edited video.